Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Now at 5 o'clock, we're going to take you inside the Detroit police towing corruption case and show you how Detroiters were hurt the most.
A 2-month manhunt for a murder suspect cost police time and taxpayers' dollars. And you won't believe where the guy was all that time. My investigation coming up.
All right, Karen, we're going to begin at 5, though, with the weather. Storm Tracker 4 showing rain on the march toward Metro Detroit. We managed to get a bit of sun today for a while, but the clouds have been kicking in.
That's right. Let's get over to Andrew here off the top with the timing. Andrew.
And Kimberly and Devin, here we go again. We had some steady rain showers, a big rain event earlier this week. Well, we have some more rain coming, but it doesn't arrive until after sunset. Between now and 9 o'clock, it remains mostly dry and it remains cloudy. Those clouds continue to increase. They'll produce a few raindrops between 9 and midnight, but the steadier, more widespread rain activity arrives after midnight and for tomorrow morning's commute. So if you're headed out this evening, whether it's doing some costume shopping or just running errands, picking the kids up from after-school activities, we're looking at dry conditions right now. Rain down to our south, well, you can see northwest Ohio is still pretty much in the clear, but that steadier rain lingers across Cincinnati, parts of western Ohio, and parts of Indiana, and it'll move in here as we get closer to midnight and afterward. And temperatures remain in the 50s, so it remains rather mild. But how long does this rain stick around after tomorrow morning's commute? We'll talk about that and your big weekend forecast in minutes.
All right, Andrew, tonight the defenders getting new insight into the Detroit towing scandal and specifically how it worked.
So far, the corruption investigation has taken down 2 Detroit City Council members, and just yesterday, 2 Detroit police officers were charged with taking bribes. Defender Sean Lay is here live to break down how the scheme worked and how you may have been a victim, Sean.
Absolutely, Kimberly. Detroiters have been complaining about this for years, and it's really this simple. You park your car in the city, an officer who's engaged in these practices comes along, calls in a tow company that he has a special deal with that circumvents all city ordinances, tows the car away for an inflated price, and then the allegations are the officer who's engaged in this gets a kickback, and it's Detroiters hurting the most from this. The feds taped conversations between Detroit Police Lieutenant John Kennedy, Officer Dan Vickers, and the owner of an unnamed towing company. Investigators say the officers took bribes to allegedly steer lucrative police towing calls to that owner. The feds say even cars were given to Lieutenant Kennedy. Tower A, I've got two for kids and the one for you. He's got the Chrysler 200, the Fusion, and the Beamer. Kennedy, I'm going to get back with, so they told us, no investigations or nothing. Tower A, I love it. I love it. Here's how investigators say the towing practice worked. An officer would call the tow company to tow a car. It would sit in a lot for weeks, accumulating fees. Retired DPD Lieutenant Tom Berry says the tow company then pays the officers involved in this.
They get anywhere from $100 to $200 kickback. And then the tow company would jack the tow fee up to $900 or $1,000 instead of $125 for a normal fee. Everybody's making money.
Victims of this tell the defenders they did not even know their car was towed until a police officer told them. Then car owners have to pay big bucks to get the car back. And Detroiters were the main victims.
They're screwed. That lady or man, you think they got $1,200 to go pay for their car and they didn't do anything wrong?
And late today, there's something new about this, about trying to end these towing practices. A member of the Detroit Police Department telling the defenders that the department is trying to buy some software right now that would streamline and keep track of all these tows to make it as transparent as possible. That's the goal. Back to you.
Sean, before you go, what's the job status of the officers that were charged?
That could be changing rapidly, too. Both suspended with pay right now. The chief is expected next week to recommend or ask that both are suspended without pay. The Board of Police Commissioners has to give the okay on that.
Okay. Sean, thanks.
Coming down to the wire as President Biden tries to secure a deal with fellow Democrats on his sweeping social spending and climate change plan.
President is pressing for a big win before he heads to Europe to ask foreign leaders for their own commitments to the same causes. Alice Barr is at the Capitol tonight.
Good evening. President Biden today announced a new framework for what he and other top Democrats are calling the most consequential bill for working families since the 1960s. But a lot has been whittled out of the original proposal. President Biden chalking that up to the kind of compromise he ran on. President Biden making a detour to Capitol Hill this morning, trying to seal the deal with congressional Democrats before takeoff for critical summits in Europe.
I think we're going to be in good shape.
The president announced a new $1.75 trillion framework for his climate and social spending plans, paid for through new taxes, including one aimed at billionaires. Though so far, neither moderate holdouts nor progressives have given a firm commitment.
It's a framework that will create millions of jobs, grow the economy, invest in our nation and our people.
The new proposal includes childcare, universal pre-K, expanded health care coverage, including Medicare for hearing services, and investments to curb climate change.
Over 1 billion metric tons of emission reductions, at least 10 times bigger on climate than any bill that has ever passed before.
But several top progressive priorities are gone, including free community college, expanded Medicare coverage for dental and vision, and paid family and medical leave, scuttled by cost objections from moderate Senate Democrat Joe Manchin.
What I don't like is this idea that one guy would stand in the way of doing it.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi called for a vote today on the bipartisan infrastructure bill that passed the Senate more than 2 months ago. But progressives are refusing to sign on until the larger package is set.
Our members are enthusiastic about voting for both bills when that text is ready.
All Republicans oppose the president's plans, but it's divisions within his own party, sending him off to pressure foreign leaders for key climate change and economic policies without a deal of his own. Just to underscore how much is riding on getting to a deal, according to two sources, President Biden told Democrats behind closed doors today that majorities in the House and Senate and his presidency will be determined by what happens in the next week. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
Hey, Alice, thank you. Facebook is being rebranded as it faces increased scrutiny over misinformation on its platforms.
The company is changing its name to Meta. Now, this just impacts the overarching brand, so the social networking site itself is still going to be called Facebook. But the company also oversees Instagram, WhatsApp, and virtual reality platforms. CEO Mark Zuckerberg says this is part of the company's next chapter, focusing on a combination of virtual and augmented reality technology. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has been charged with a misdemeanor sex crime.
According to documents filed in Albany City Court today, he's facing a charge of forcible touching. The complaint alleges Cuomo placed his hand under the blouse of the victim. Cuomo resigned, you may remember, in August over allegations of sexual misconduct, though he has repeatedly denied the allegations against him. The Lions may be without one of its coaches this Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles. Special teams coach Dave Flipp tested positive Tuesday for coronavirus. Flipp says he is asymptomatic and is unsure where he picked up the virus. Because he's vaccinated, he would be able to return to the team after negative tests on consecutive days.
Few examples that we have just here at Local 4. Jason Colthorpe went to Michigan State. His daughter goes to Michigan. Paul Gross bleeds maize and blue. His wife, green and white. All our houses divided. Here we are in that 1 week of the year when the closest of allies can become bitter rivals. Jamie Edmonds in Grosse Pointe tonight, where you see the flags flying on the houses, and you found what it's like for Rivalry Week.
That's right, Devin. I'm here in Grosse Pointe Woods at the Vermette family house. They like to have some fun with this game, but it's definitely a house divided. Take a look. They're flying both flags here. Ed and Chris Vermette met 35 years ago. Chris, a graduate of Michigan State. Ed, a Michigan grad and dental student. Ed bled maize and blue, but he was trying to impress, so he made his Spartan a necklace.
So I go, I'll make her something out of gold. And I go, what can I make her? I go, well, I'll make her Spartan S just to show that a Wolverine can do it. So I made it, and I engraved it with my dental drill in the back.
Right. It says, Love Eddie, 12/25, 1986.
The gift worked. The Wolverine got the girl, and they soon became a loving family of 5. But during rivalry games, these two like to have some fun. They make bets. Whoever wins gets to outfit the dogs.
Doggy collars and leashes in that team, the winning teams.
For the year.
For the year.
And they always go to the games together. Chris slipped in her favorite moment from 2015, the trouble with the snap game.
Then Michigan State
returned it.
Picked it up and
won the game
and made a touchdown.
So what do the Vermettes think will happen this year between two undefeated teams, both in the top 10?
Michigan State's flashier this year. Michigan's a little bit less flashy, but they don't make many mistakes. So I think at the end of the game, I think Michigan's probably going to win by like a field goal or something like that.
At the end, one team's going to be disappointed, and the fans will be
long
disappointed.
ride home, no matter what happens.
For one of us.
So it's
yes.
a long ride home.
Now, the Vermette's son went to Michigan, so Dad has a little bit of backup in the house. Like I said, this family likes to have fun. They rent a coach bus every rivalry game and go with friends. They say it's 50-50, MSU, U of M. So come Saturday about 8 a.m., there will be a bus divided. And one final story, our Governor Whitmer, went to Michigan State. She tweeted out a video wearing her true colors, and then she put a Michigan Mom sweatshirt over top. This is all around the state, and this is fun stuff. We're live tonight. Jamie Edmonds, back to you.
If I got this right, the dogs have to bear the burden of this no matter who wins.
Dogs.
Yeah, the poor that's the way it's gonna be.
As long as the dogs get a walk and they get their food, they're fine with whatever they're wearing.
You're exactly right. Yeah. All right, Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie.
Well, Detroiters have some big decisions to make at the polls come Tuesday of next week. We're not just talking about the mayor's race.
Yeah, you're right. New tonight, what voters need to know about the 3 big proposals on the ballot and what you can expect when you show up at the polls. Doc.
Virus season is picking up, and it's definitely not just COVID that's making people sick. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Ahead, I'll show you what's going around in children and adults where you live.
You'd think when an unidentified body comes to the Wayne County ME's office, they would check the person's fingerprints. But the morgue tells the defenders they do not do fingerprinting. What?
Isn't it common sense if you can't ID the body, run the prints?
Common sense is not such a common commodity, and that's the troubling thing.
The defenders digging for answers coming up.